Hello, hello, crafty chicks. It's Grace here at the Comfy Nest with Grace, getting ready to bring you a DIY farmhouse riser project. We did these recently in my craft crate with a totally different theme, but I've got a bundle available. Woohoo! Bundle available today. I have not done this in a long time and I'm super excited to offer it to you guys. I am presenting as part of Craft Round the Clock group. So if you don't know what that is, Craft Round the Clock is a group of creative business owners who are organized by Tracy Campbell. She organizes our schedule from basically today, 6 a.m. till 10:30 p.m. all day long. Every 45 minutes, there are different craft people, creative business owners going live to bring you inspiration and new ideas. So if you're not a part of that free group, the link is in the description of this video, so you can grab it when we're done. And then you can head over there and hang out with the gals. Well, and guys, there are a few men, so crafty brothers and sisters in that group. Okay, let's see if I can find this just to make sure the live feed is working. And so I can see comments, and then we're gonna get Farmhouse Crafty. Woo-woo! I'm excited. I've been working at my desk all day long, you guys. Totally fine. I stay at my desk a lot. You would be surprised for a creative business owner, at least for me, how much time I spend at my desk. I would much rather be in this space here, creating and crafting and sharing ideas with you, but I've been at my desk all day long, so I'm excited to get in here and get my fingers dirty with some paint and some Mod Podge. We are gonna decoupage today. Hey Tita, she says, so happy to see you, crafty chick and text BFF. If you are a text BFF, give me a shout out in the comments. What that means, those are some of my friends and family here at the Comfy Nest with Grace who have signed up using that number for text alerts. So my system is a two-way text alert system, so I can text everybody at once and say, hey, there's a new bundle on the website, or I'm going live in 10 minutes. And then you guys can text me back. It's a pretty powerful service. It allows you guys to text me back. So if you have questions about a particular order that you've placed, or your membership in one of the groups, or when your order is coming, or anything, you can message me and ask me. That's why I call you all my text BFFs. Hello, Janine. Welcome, welcome. There's Amanda. Hello, Amanda. I got your order today, so I'll be getting that ready either later this afternoon or tomorrow morning. Hello, Ellen is here from Oklahoma. Whoop, whoop. Carrie Ann is here from North Dakota. Carrie Ann, I am in North Dakota. I am always so happy when I get to meet other people from the Dakotas or Minnesota or Montana, anywhere in my region. So where are you coming in from? I live in Devil's Lake. That's where I'm going live from right now. So I'd love to know if you are in this area, or even if you're not. Like I see Selena saying, hey, I'm new from Louisiana. Whoop, whoop. I welcome you, Miss Selena. What a pretty name you have, from Louisiana. Oh, Jimmy Lou is here. She's going to come back for the Jimmy Lou from the Messy Craft Corner, my creative sister from Craft Round the Clock. And I just admire her work so much, you guys. She does beautiful, beautiful paper projects. If you love creating scrapbooks and art journals and all the things like that, a junk journal, she's really good at it, and she's been doing auctions every week. I think every week, but Jimmy Lou, you can correct me if I'm wrong. So go check her out at the Messy Craft Corner. She has got one of the most infectious personalities I think that I know of in our group at Craft Round the Clock. I just love to hang out with her when she's live. Hello, Miss Tracy. There's our beautiful leader. Welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Hey, Natalie. Ah, look at this, you guys. Lori Wallace, you were the first one to say hello. Thanks for being here. Hey, Ray Hines is here. If you are one of my Craft Round the Clock sisters or brothers and you want to drop the link to your group or your page, your Facebook page, here in the comments, please do it. I really would love for you to do that. I would love for you to share that so people can find you. And like I said, the free group where you can find all of us hanging out. You know, if you just don't want to have to like go to every single person's group, get into Craft Round the Clock, because all you have to do is sit in that group and keep refreshing your screen, and every 45 minutes there's a new project. It's so exciting. Tita says, welcome, new to Grace people. I love it. I love it. New to Grace. Okay, let me show you. I just created this bundle today. Here's what happened. I was trying to come up with a project to share with you guys today, and I was wanting to decoupage. Actually, I've got my little iron, my dodo dum. I'm gonna turn it on because I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna get that turned on. So I was prepping, and I was like, man, I was adding some stuff to my shop, my craft supply shop. I have a website, thecomfynestwithgrace.com, where I sell craft supplies and napkins because I have a Napkin Lovers Club subscription box. So I've been updating the products on my website to give you guys more to choose from. And I added these. I have these new, they're gorgeous, guys. They're really smooth. They're beautifully made. There's no sanding required. I added these to the site today, and I have lots of these on hand. And then I was like, I could use this for my project today. And all of the other things that I am using for the project today, I have multiples of. So this is a bundle I just created. I'm not kidding you, a half hour ago for you guys. If you want to create what I'm doing today, you're going to get this, the board. You're going to get a 1-inch foam applicator for your Mod Podge. You're going to get the tissue paper that you need for the project, and you're going to get the feet, the little feet. Okay, that is the bundle. Let's create it. When you get yours, it will be unpainted. It's going to be raw wood, okay? Raw wood. That's how it's going to come to you. Now, for the sake of time, oh, that's my little dodo dum saying, I'm ready to go. It heats up fast, you guys. For the sake of time, I've already painted mine white, and we're going to talk about this. So I put a quick coat of white chalk paint on here, nothing fancy, nothing special. Let me get you guys down. I didn't think you needed to watch me like necessarily paint the board and the feet. I've already painted my feet. You can see I didn't do the bottoms and I didn't do the insides, but I did the outsides. These are going to be the feet for our riser. Hey, did it suddenly get really dark in here? What? Hold on, girls. That's better. So I got the feet all painted because I wanted to talk to you a little bit about when you're decoupaging, how the paint color, your surface color matters. It matters. So we're going to just spend a couple of minutes on that. It's nothing real major. Just if you haven't thought about it before, it's something to think about. Thank you for fluffing the nest. Thank you, Miss Selena. You are the best. I appreciate that. Hey, Rachel, text BFF. Tammy saying, hello from Florida. Tammy, hello and welcome. Thanks for being a subscriber. You got your subscriber badge right next to your name. And so does Rachel. Thanks, you guys. They're subscribers. What that means is I go live with subscribers and I do exclusive content behind the scenes. It's like real world stuff. None of this I'm already prepped and ready to go. They're getting like real world hangout time with me, exclusive to subscribers. It's $1.99 a month, and you subscribe to my Facebook page, basically through Facebook. And for $1.99, you get exclusive discounts and offers and time with me, some exclusive time with me. So thank you to all of you with your little badge next to your name. There's Teresa, another subscriber. Thank you for being here. Thanks for supporting my page. Debbie's here too. Oh, look at you all. Yay! I'm so glad. Okay, it's painted white. You could use, like, this board is great because you can design on this side, obviously. If you're going to use this as a shelf sitter or hang it on the wall or something, you can design this side. You can also design this side in here and it's framed. You just paint this or stain this the color that you want the frame. We are going to use it as a riser. So we're going to attach these little feet and make a little riser for like home decor or whatever you want to put on it. I have one of these next to my bathtub that I use to prop up my my iPad. So when I'm in the bathtub, I can watch my shows on the iPad. Anyway, lots of uses for a riser. I painted it white because when you take any of your decoupage papers, it can be rice paper, it can be decoupage paper, it can be tissue paper, gift wrap, it can be a napkin, any of those things that you might decoupage on a surface. And today we're decoupaging on a wood surface. When you put your very thin, sometimes translucent papers or napkins on your project, whatever is underneath likely will show through your tissue paper or your napkin. Okay, for the sake of ease, you guys, because I can't even handle this, This is the piece of paper you're gonna get if you buy the bundle. It's really big and you're gonna have a lot left over because this is an 8x8 riser. So we only need that much paper. So I'm gonna quick, just for the sake of ease, guys, because this paper, it's getting a little clumsy. So you'll have all this extra. When you make your riser, you'll have all this extra paper that you can do whatever you want with. Okay, so when you take your decorative paper and you put it on your surface, see, I have a white surface, which is gonna make the design of the paper really pop. Now, if I change the color of that paint that's underneath, and you don't have to paint it white. I like it white because I like it really bright. I grabbed some solid paper here. If I change that and I paint it red, do you see what happens? Do you see what happens to your tissue paper? It's not bad. It's not a bad thing, but it changes the look of it. White background, white painted background. If it's red, you're gonna have this look. It's completely different. Let's change the color again. I grabbed like this big stack of papers because every single color that you put underneath there is gonna give your paper a different look. Do you see the difference? Green in the background and white in the background. I actually thought about doing like a blue or a teal because I have a lot of blue and teal in my house. So if I wanted blue in the background, do you see how much different the riser would look if you had blue behind it? If you have black behind it, it's gonna look different with every single color. So when you get your bundle, I think I have 20 of these bundles available, so it's a limited quantity. When you get your bundle, if you order one from me from my site, I'll send it out to you either tomorrow or on Monday. When you get it, you are gonna paint your own wood panel. You can paint it whatever color you want. I just wanted to point out to you that you're gonna get a different look based on whatever color you choose. I'm choosing white because I really want it to pop. I'm gonna see if I can like get rid of this here so I can, there. Now I gotta make sure that you're seeing everything correctly. Hello, Michelle Thomas. Look at how you guys chatting in the comments. I love it, I love it. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Whatever you color this, whatever you paint this, is gonna kind of show through on your papers. Now I'm gonna use the iron-on method, so I better get started because we need to Mod Podge this. This is just a big vat of Mod Podge. Whoa, that's way too much. It's way too much. I had a huge container of Mod Podge and the top of it was getting really like icky and all that. So I put it in one of these first in, first out bottles, but then the struggle I have is that I can't really, when I squeeze it, sometimes I get a lot more than I bargained for. All I'm gonna do is make sure I spread this all the way to the edges, and I should have done this, now that I think of it, I should have done this ahead of time too. But for demonstration's sake, you'll see if you wanna do the iron-on method with any of your decoupage projects, I'm gonna show you how to do that today. Most of the time, I just pounce my papers in with a pouncing brush, my papers or my napkins or whatever I'm using. But you can definitely use the iron. Your clothing iron. You can use your clothing iron. Okay, I'm gonna have way too much of this here. Let's see. I had another container. Oh, it's in my kitchen. I had my whole kitchen table was taken up because I was I'm experimenting with some things that we're gonna do in the Napkin Lovers Club. So my whole kitchen table is taken up with craft mats and napkins and papers and Mod Podge and my scissors. My poor husband. My craft space isn't big enough. I need what Tracy does. She does the craft lab inside Craft Around the Clock group. That's what my kitchen looks like right now. I have way too much of this Mod Podge. I'm just offloading it on this thing because I just got too much. If I had my other little container, I would put it in there, but it's in the kitchen. So what I'm gonna do is just make a mess and offload it there onto there. I'm gonna need that later. I'm gonna need more, so we'll just keep that close by. Okay, you wanna get a nice good coat. Make sure you hit your edges. I struggle with that. I always miss my edges. Go ahead and laugh, girls. All the girls who know me, the girls in the membership club, especially the Craft Therapy Club, well, now the Napkin Lovers Club, you're getting to know me that way too. Okay, I'm gonna turn this light on for a minute just so I can see that I have coverage all the way. Oh, see, I missed that edge. I wanna make sure I got all of my edges. Missed this edge right here. And it doesn't really matter. Like my brush strokes are going, let me see if I can get this for you. My brush strokes are kind of going different ways. Doesn't really matter. Just make sure you have a nice coat of it on there. I'll shut that off now. I don't think I need it. I'm also going to do this little birdie. We're going to I think if we have time, I'm going to decorate this little birdie. It's just a little wooden shape that I got at Michael's in their woodworking section. It's just a little bird. They're so cute. They're like a buck or something at Michael's. And I had grabbed this and had it on hand. This does not come in your kit. If you buy the bundle, this won't be with it. I just thought it'd be really cute to show you how we can add something special to our riser if we want to. So we're gonna decoupage that as well. Okay, I have, hold on girls. My glass mat's fallen over. Okay. I'm going to get rid of this because otherwise I will get it all over myself. It's going right in the garbage. This has to dry, all of that, and then we're going to get to, we're going to heat set this right into the glue. We're going to heat set our paper right into the glue. Good morning, Cheryl. I have a stack of canvases that need slides painted. Oh, Tita, maybe you mean the sides? Maybe that was a typo. Happy Friday, Kimberly. Is it the 13th? Kim, I didn't even realize it was Friday the 13th, but happy Friday 13th, my friend. Hey, Brenda, Text BFF, and subscriber. Thanks for supporting the page. Mary is here from Kentucky. Welcome, Mary. It's good to have you here. Carmen is here. Happy Friday. Deb Turner is here. Subscriber. Selena, hey, you're a subscriber too. Yay. Okay, so we're going to dry this up. We got the little bird. We got our little riser. They're going to dry, so I'm just going to grab my little tool. Crash, boom, bang. I never know what's going to fall around here. All right. And I need now, I'm going to need carpenter's glue for this. I'll use carpenter's glue and maybe my hot glue gun, both. So I'm going to turn my hot glue gun on. You're going to need a sanding block. So you're not going to get a sanding block with your bundle. When you go to the website, thecompinesswithgrace.com, you'll see the things that you get in the bundle. You'll want to have on hand the color of paint that you want, a sanding block, an applicator for your paint, just like basic craft supplies, the basic stuff. So once this is dry, we're going to iron on our paper, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Hey, Fraps and Scraps. Hello, hello. Hey, Teresa from Maine. Welcome. Teresa, I grew up in Boston, just north of Boston. So I'm a fellow New Englander. I was born and raised in New England. So welcome, welcome. I'm happy to have you here. Terry's just getting here from Texas. Welcome, Miss Terry. You guys are the bomb. Oh, gosh. Crafty Peep. She says, my husband flew out yesterday. He didn't want to fly out on Friday the 13th. Oh my gosh. I don't really even pay attention to that. But there's a lot I don't pay attention to, friends. I'm too busy thinking about napkin projects. Napkin and decoupage projects. Okay. Oh, it's pretty good. That's dry already. I must have grabbed the shiny Mod Podge. All right, we're getting there, girls. So I'll talk to you quick about this. So we're going to put this on here. We're going to iron this on. You don't have to use the iron-on method. In fact, most of the time when I decoupage, I don't iron on because I really like, the texture that comes when you pounce. I call it pouncing. When you pounce your napkin or your tissue into the glue. So what we do, this is my little pouncing brush. I decorated, this is from the Napkin Lovers Club. Everybody who joins the Napkin Lovers Club gets a pouncing brush, and my favorite decoupage medium, 2 ounces of it when they join. It's a welcome gift for me. It's included in the box of napkins and craft supplies that they get quarterly. So here's my little brush that I use. I decorated it. It's so sweet and I love it. Usually when I decoupage napkins, I put my Mod Podge or my favorite decoupage medium down, and then I put the napkin or the tissue onto the glue, the wet glue, and then I pounce it into the glue. I kind of push it into the glue. Now I was doing that on the table just to show you. That's the pouncing method. I like when I do that the pouncing brush, the glue, and the paper kind of create a textured surface. It's wrinkly and textured. I love distress things, so that look I really love. If you don't want that look, if you want perfectly smooth surface when you're done with it, then you want to use the iron-on method, and that's what I'm going to show you today. So you use the same glue. You want to use Mod Podge or any type of decoupage glue / sealer, because there are other brands beside Mod Podge, but Mod Podge is definitely the most popular, I think. You put down your decoupage medium glue. You have to let it dry. That's the key. So see how it's completely dry now? Oh, it's a little tacky right here. This part's completely dry. You need to let it completely dry. Then you take your tissue or napkin or decoupage paper or rice paper and you put it down, position it where you want it. Like, how do you want that to look when it's all done? I think I'll move it down a little bit. Okay, now the glue is dry. And what you want to have is you want to have your little iron ready. This is called the Dodo Dum. It's the funniest name, you guys. Hold on. Let me move things around so you can see this. Uh-oh, my cords are getting tangled. Okay, this is called a Dodo Dum. The name of it is right on the side. It is basically just like the Cricut, the mini Cricut iron. It was a lot cheaper. That's why I got it. I compared the two. I watched several review videos on YouTube comparing different irons and presses for decoupage, and this one rated very, very well, but it's much cheaper. So no knock on Cricut. I have a Cricut maker and I love my machine, but I didn't want to spend that kind of money on a little iron, so I went and got this off Amazon. It is in my Amazon store if you want to check it out. Okay, it's little. I like that it's little. I like that it comes with this little base because I have a plastic covering on my table. This is like a plastic cloth. Basically, it's like a plastic tablecloth. I put this on here and this can sit here for hours and it never melts, this plastic. This silicone base is fabulous and it has little grippies on the bottom so it doesn't slide around and move on me. I was using my regular clothing iron, but because it sits like this high up off the table, I was like burning my forearm and it was in my way. I really, really like this. It has 3 different settings and it has an auto shut off feature. I really love it. It comes in a bunch of colors. I just grabbed green because it was the cheapest one. I didn't care what color it was. So anyway, you need your iron if you're going to use the iron-on method. You put down your paper on top of dry glue. Then, where's my parchment paper? It's always right there. Hold on, girls. My parchment paper literally is always right there and it's not there right now. So hang tight, girls. We gotta do a search. I was ironing and parchment papering things last night. Oh, it's here. It's across the room. I was practicing and I'm creating projects for the Napkin Lovers Club, future projects to teach, and practicing and testing some things out. So I had it across the room. Okay. Dry glue on your surface. Whatever napkin, tissue paper, rice paper, decoupage paper, wrapping paper you want. You can even use decorative scrapbook paper. Parchment paper. This is brown parchment paper. That's all this is. Now what you do is you just iron it on. Now what's going to happen when you're doing this, the heat that you are applying between these layers, it's going to get down to that glue and it's going to activate that glue. It's going to melt that glue. And when the glue melts, it's going to grab onto that tissue or that paper, and the paper is going to basically melt into the glue. And you're going to get an incredibly smooth application. It looks manufactured. It looks painted. It's crazy how smooth this coverage is when you do it this way. So when you're doing this, it's turned up all the way for me. When you're doing this, make sure that you're moving this around all the time. Don't just let your iron, just like you're ironing a cotton shirt. Don't let it sit anywhere for any particular, like for a long time. You want to keep moving it around. So see, I want to make sure I really hit my edges. I don't want my edges to come curling up on me. I've used this parchment paper several times already. So that might be why it's curling up on me. I'm gonna turn it this way. I'm gonna check to see what kind of, yeah, so I can see it's already stuck on all the edges. Let's check this edge. Yeah, it's already glued down. I think it's pretty good. I'm gonna hit this one spot one more time. It doesn't take long at all, you guys. It's as easy as that. You can handle this for sure. Okay, now it's incredibly smooth, you guys. I don't know if you can see that, but it looks like it was painted on. It's incredible how smooth it is. Don't burn yourself. I always want to like put my hand over it and feel the smoothness, but it's still hot, warm. You know, don't put your hand on it right away. But I do want to check and make sure that all my corners, up this corner, I want to hit this corner just a little bit. Because I notoriously always miss my corners. It's just a thing with me. It's a given. Like the girls in my membership groups, they remind me, Grace, don't miss your corners. Okay, it's basically done. So now what we do is we're gonna take this and we're just, I like to do this off the edge of the table. It's just easier on my joints, on my hands. I'm weak and tired and I have joint inflammation. So I hang this off the end of the table. Here you can see it's hanging off by about 3 inches. I hold it down with this hand and I'm going to use this and at a 45-degree angle, I'm going to come down, always down. That's all I have to do. And it's going to cut that right where it needs to be cut. Okay, it's just going to... This is the easiest way I have found to do this. Cut that down. I've got a little excess there, okay? Whoops. So when you buy the bundle, I will make sure that I link, I'm going to link this video to the product page on my website so that you guys, when you get your bundle, you can go back to this video, and if you have to watch it and follow along, if that helps you or it makes you feel like more confident, you'll be able to do that. Okay, so I'll make sure you have access to this video showing you how to create it. All right, you guys, look. So now it's white on the edges and you've got this gorgeous paper, and you can use whatever paper you want. You don't have to use the paper you're getting in your bundle. You can save that for something else. In the Napkin Lovers Club, we have all kinds of papers, like all kinds of napkins that you could use if you wanted it to have a different look. Any tissue paper or napkin, basically. Just make sure it's not waxy already. Lori says, I'm late to the party. It's okay. We love that you're here. We love that you're here. Missed what kind of glue it was. I thought, yeah. So Debbie said, missed what kind of glue. I used Mod Podge. I used Mod Podge on here. And you can use clear. You can use glossy, matte, or ultra glossy. It's totally up to you. There's even a shimmer one that you could use. The thing is with the shimmer, we were doing the other night in the Napkin Lovers Club. We made these. They got these banners in their box and the napkins. We made these banners. And I used the glitter Mod Podge, it's not Mod Podge, excuse me, it was Deco Arts glitter Decoupage medium. And I used it for the glue, and even on the napkins, the glitter did not show through. It didn't melt through, it just kind of disappeared. So then I used it for my top coat to make sure that I had that little bit of shimmer on the top. We've got it done. So now all we have to do is glue these little things on here. And we're going to have this adorable riser. Now, what I was thinking would be really cute, I think I want it to go this way, is to take the little birdie and attach him here, but to give him a different look, I'm going to use one of the napkins from the Napkin Lovers Club. I have, you can vote. You can tell me which one you like most. We got pink and white polka dot, or pink with white polka dot. I have this pretty floral. So big floral, I think this might be too big though. This is the Oh Happy Day napkin, but when you open it up, there's lots of florals on here. So I could try to grab, so anyway, big floral, polka dot, or I think I love this one the most. This teal, this napkin, it has 4 panels. 2 of them are teal and 2 of them are white with flowers. I think I like the teal. I think I like the teal with flowers and polka dots, but you tell me, teal, pink, or the big floral in the comments. I'll take your vote right now. Sometimes I follow along and do exactly what you guys tell me to do. And sometimes I just override that and say, hey, I really like this one the most. So don't be offended if you vote and I don't choose yours, but I would love to know which one you would do. And there is no right or wrong, you guys. There's no right or wrong. That's the beauty of creating and having a creative spirit. There's no right or wrong. And I love our membership groups for this, because in the membership groups, we all create, like I organize and teach the workshops, right? The creative projects. If there's, in the Craft Therapy Club, they'll get templates sometimes and they get the supply list, or with the Napkin Lovers Club, I'm sending them supplies. Then we do the projects together. But inevitably, when we do this, everybody's art journal page or junk journal or project that they do comes out a little bit different, because it's your flair and your personality that's coming out on your project. And I love that. And there's no right or wrong. You can do whatever you like. Pink with white polka dots, Jackie says. Deb says use the teal. Kathleen and Terry and Kim and Maxine and Teresa, Holly and Sandra and Deb, you are all saying teal. Brenda says teal. Look at all of you guys. Teal, teal, teal. Jennifer says the polka dot, the pink polka dot. Jennifer, I think I like the pink polka dot the most. Polka dots. Selena, you can order napkin bundles or this particular craft bundle on my website, thecomfynestwithgrace.com. It's just the name of my business, thecomfynestwithgrace.com. And that link is in the description of this video. All right, I'm seeing a lot of teal. Oh, I'm seeing a lot of teal. Personally, I really, really like the pink. But teal, pink and teal are like my two favorite colors. So because most of you said teal, let's do a quick iron on with this guy and this teal napkin. So we have to separate. See how this napkin comes? And you can get this napkin on the website too. You're gonna get it, there are different sections in the shop, and one is particularly for napkins. And this is one of the napkins that they got in the Napkin Lovers Club. All right, let's see. Mama might need to get her glasses out. I can't see so good. All right, I just need a little chunk. I don't need a whole lot of this, right? I just need enough to cover my birdie. But I'm gonna be a little fussy and make sure I get some yellow flowers and pink flowers on this little birdie. Like that right there would be perfection if I could have that. So I'm gonna cut out what I need, put that aside, and you know what I'm gonna do, just because this is so little and I don't want it to, it's gonna be so close to the table, I don't want it melting my plastic table. I'm gonna do it like this. The Mod Podge is already on there. Mod Podge is already dry. Let me just make sure there's not another, let me see if there's another ply. Did I get both of them? Sometimes your napkins are 3-ply. Some of them are 2-ply. I don't remember this one, if it's 2-ply or 3-ply. Hold on. I gotta get my, I should probably have several pairs of tweezers because I use them all the time because I got no nails. But sometimes when I'm having trouble separating, I'll kind of test the corner with a pair of tweezers. I think that's it. I think I'm down to the top ply here. Okay, so same thing. Surface, painted, I painted mine white, then your Mod Podge or whatever decoupage medium you want, then your paper, whatever paper you want. I'm gonna try to fussy this so that I get as many flowers on this little tyke as I possibly can, because the flowers are kind of spread out. So if I do this, I'm gonna get full coverage and I'm gonna get as many flowers as possible. Same thing. This parchment paper, iron. Now the cord's stuck in the drawer. And this is challenging because it's such a little tiny surface, but we can do it, girls. You can do it. This is something added on. It is not part of the bundle that I'm offering. However, you can grab the little shapes. There's all kinds of them. You can grab the shapes. Even my Walmart has little wood shapes, birch wood shapes like this. But I did get this at Michael's, I'm sure of it. Okay. Let's test it and see. Are we fully on here? It's hot, so be careful when you do this. Yep. It's already, it's like totally stuck on there, you guys. My little birdie. He's glued down. I'm gonna put my glass mat away because because I don't need it on here. We're gonna sand just like we did before. This is much smaller, so it's easier to hold it in my hand. And now you have the decision, do you guys like distress things or not? Distress or not to distress? Which would you do? Do you distress things by adding a little bit of brown or black to the edges, or would you leave it clean and like plain? Tell me in the comments. And who here, all right, is there anybody out there who has not decoupaged yet? I'd love to know who you are, because it, you know what it does? It helps me to know, oh my gosh, that's so cute on there. It helps me to know, and the other like crafty people who are doing presentations, like just the general public, like how much information do you need? Are you new to this, or have you been doing this all along? We certainly don't want to repeat ourselves. I'm going to use a little bit of wood glue. This is just wood glue. You can buy whatever brand you want. And I'm going to use my hot glue gun. I am going to, now, here's the thing. When you use the glue-on method with these thin papers, it feels really, really smooth. In fact, some of the glue I think even gets embedded into the napkin enough where you've got a little bit of that Mod Podge on the top. However, I would still recommend that you come back in with another coat of Mod Podge and top coat this, seal it, okay? But what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna glue this down yet. I am gonna glue it down eventually, but just not yet. Because I wanna top coat this, I wanna top coat this, and then I'm gonna glue that down on that so it looks like that, because that's gonna be super cute. You guys, it was a good choice. It was a good choice. Just an option I'm showing you. But what I am gonna do is I am gonna glue down my feet. We're gonna put these 4 feet here, and we're gonna glue them down. So what I do is I just try to, I wanna make sure that they're evenly placed. So I use the sides of the board and the side of the little foot, and I line them up. And as long as they're lined up on all 4 corners, you're gonna be on the spot, on the money, on the spot. You've never decoupaged, Susan, that's totally cool. I love hearing that from you, because there's a lot of decoupaging going on. I've had the Napkin Lovers Club, it'll be a year, and no, it has been a year. I launched it in June of last year, so it will be a year next month. I launched it. So I just sent out the 4th box because it's a quarterly Napkin Lovers Club box. So I've been doing it for a long time. The girls in the group who have been with me since the beginning have been doing it for quite a while, but I'm seeing a lot more of it, which is great because it's such a fun activity. It's such a fun way to craft. I gotta get this glue to come out. Hold on. I'm gonna squeeze some on the table. Am I clogged here? Is that your problem? Oh yeah, you got a little film right there. Let's get that off. Okay, here it comes. Had to stop talking just for a minute to get that worked out. I'm gonna grab for myself. You can use a little paintbrush. I like to use a little silicone tool, but if I can, I'm gonna try to get, I don't want any excess glue kind of hanging out all over my project. So I'm really careful to clean that up. So you're gonna put a little bit of glue here. Now I like to use, you can use E6000, you can use craft glue. I like to use just a little bit of hot glue as well, because the hot glue will keep it down now while the wood glue is drying. The hot glue is gonna set right away, and the wood glue is not gonna set for hours, okay? So I use a little bit of both, then I come around with my little silicone tool and I'm gonna pull out, see that little bit of glue? I want any of that excess glue gone. I don't want, I call it oozing glue, and I don't like it. I don't like it. So I clean that up. We're just gonna do this for all of them. Little bit of wood glue. And you need to let these set, girlfriends, right? You have to let this sit for like 24 hours under something heavy. I'll show you what I do here in a minute, but I'm gonna just get a little bead where there is no wood glue. I'm gonna put a little bead of hot glue, and then I'm gonna put it in place. And there's a lot of glue on here, but I want there to be, so I can shimmy it in place. And then all of this excess glue, I sweep it up and get it off of there so it doesn't look messy. Do it while it's still wet or hot. Like my wood glue is still hot. My carpenter's glue is still wet, and then we're just gonna leave that. You're gonna do this for all 4 of them. This is easy, girls. You got this. You can do this. Tamara says, I've decoupaged for 30 years, but just now learning about napkins. Oh my gosh, there's so many beautiful napkins. Just check my website, and that's only a tiny bit of what's out there in the world. My website, I have lots of napkins to choose from, and many of them are from the Napkin Lovers Club, but some of them are not. Some of them are unique. They're not in the Napkin Lovers Club. So both Napkin Lovers Club members and non-members can shop from my site if you like to work with napkins and find something there. So I really do want to see your comments about whether you would distress this or not. Most of the time, I'm a distress girl. I like things to look vintagey and old and used. All right, you really want to make sure you have good contact and that you're wiping your glue off. So I'm putting a little bit of glue mostly around, but then when there's the places where there's no glue, I'm going to put a tab of it, like a little ball of the hot glue to hold it in place. Okay, that way we're covered both ways. I'm still going to put it under something heavy. Get it really squished down there so everything that's going to ooze out comes out. You can put it on your little rag here. Then I'm going to put something like big and heavy, heavier than this even. Like here's a big old stack of paper, right? Even bigger and heavier than that. I'm going to put it on top so that it sets over 24 hours, okay? I'm going to turn it over because I think that they're stuck in place just fine for now, like for temporary. So I'm going to turn it over and show it to you because it's all finished up. That was that easy. Jackie bought some decorative paper placemats. They are very pretty too. Yes, you can. That's a really good idea. Hobby Lobby has some beautiful ones. Okay, now our little riser is done, you guys. This is the kit. This is the kit, the DIY bundle that I just put on my website. Look at how cute, like to have this little sweetheart. Oh, and then if you want, you can put like a little decorative, you can just glue right on there a little decorative element. Let's turn this around so it's facing you. My intention was to put this little guy here, but how cute, like a little place to put your keys by the front door, or a place like if you have a daily devotional that you use every morning, you could put this wherever you do your reading of your devotional with your little devotional on top, with or without the bird. Now, if you're buying the kit, I just want to say, if you're going to buy the bundle, there's 20 of them available on my website. You're going to get the feet, you're going to get the board, you're going to get the tissue paper, and a foam applicator. Okay, you're not going to get the little bird. That's just my little idea of jazzing it up a little bit more with something that I have on hand. You like it, guys? I'm so glad you like it. Okay, so my time is almost up. We have a couple of more minutes. So if you have any questions, go ahead and shoot them in the comments now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab for you while you're typing your comments. I'm going to grab the link to the bundle. It's the bundle, but it's also my website. I'm going to grab that link and put it in the comments. Gosh, I feel so fancy when I'm successful doing this because I always feel like this is such a challenge for me, this stuff. There, let's see. Now it's in the comments. Yay, I got it in the comments. Now let me see if I can pin it just to make it easier. If you're catching the replay, this will appear, I think, in the replay for you the whole time. If you've been watching with me, I'm pinning that link right to the bottom of the screen. You'll see it says Grace Bruno Kurtz. That's me. And then the link is right after that. So when we're done here, you can click on that and you can order the bundle if you want to. If you are in the Craft Therapy Club, do not forget to use your discount code that you guys get. The discount code, I posted it this morning to remind you what it is inside the private group. So go to the group, look at the top of the page, or just scroll right about at the top and see, find that discount code, or just text me and I'll tell you if you need some help finding it. Tita says you should feel fancy trying to be able to talk and demo at the same time with that link. It's a thing, girls. I mean, I've had a lot of practice. Let me tell you, I've had a lot of practice, but still I feel like it's a big challenge. So All right, so don't forget when you do this that you put your top coat on. In fact, I could start doing it now while we're finishing up this last minute. And then the last thing, hey, Kathy, there's my sister. Hey, Katrin. Hey, Martha. The last thing, use the links when we're done here. Use the links to get where you want to go. One of the places you will want to go is into the Craft Around the Clock group and join that group. It's free craft demos all day long, Monday through Friday. So go check that out. All right, you guys, have a beautiful, blessed day. Go make something pretty that brings your heart joy. Thank you for being here with me at the Comfy Nest with Grace. I will catch you next time. See you later.